Hi guys, Darth Deuce is here with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Spider-Man Homecoming Wave Legend Series Moon Knight figure. I'm not too familiar with the character, but I'm a sucker for sort of the street vigilantes, and he looks really cool. I like to start reading his comics and whatnot. This looks like a really cool figure, and it's one of the harder ones to find out of the Homecoming Wave, honestly. I think this is the first time I've seen this figure in any stores. Any other time I see the wave, I see every other figure except this one there. So he's a bit more popular than the other ones. Anyways, we'll take a look at the packaging first. This one's a little beat up actually, but there's the BAF and is the flight gear for Vulture. Got the Moon Knight logo there, Legend Series. The figure clearly displayed. He's got a white backdrop, Moon Knight. Got a cool image of Moon Knight on either side there. On the back, another pretty cool image of Moon Knight. A vision in the Egyptian temple leads Mark Spector to don a silver shroud and become the crime-fighting hero Moon Knight. So, pretty much tells you nothing, but, you know, pretty cool. And then it shows the BAF for the flight gear, and it shows all the other figures in the wave. So, pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to crack them open, and we'll take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so now I have Moon Knight out of the packaging. This is a pretty cool figure. He's a lot of cool things about him. Comes with a lot of accessories. Articulation's pretty decent. I got my small issues, but for the most part, it's pretty cool. So yeah, this is Moon Knight with his, I guess, more modern design for his armor and gear. It would have been cool to get a more classic-looking version of Moon Knight. I'm not sure how he's looking in the comics right now. I'm assuming this is how he looks in the comics right now, but I've also seen current comics out in the stands where he looks like he's wearing the classic outfit again. I don't know. But it's still relatively similar. There is also a 3 3/4 inch Marvel Legends version of this figure. So yeah. Anyways, let's get on with it. I'll take a look at the head sculpt first. And the head sculpt itself is pretty similar, and I would not be surprised if it is just reused from another more generic masked sort of character like Blizzard or something. That's what I would guess. But it looks really good. The eyes are painted really well. It's hard to tell with my camera, but the eyes are like painted white with a blue outline, which looks really, really cool. It makes it look like they're illuminated, so that's really nice. The face is just in the glossy-ish black. Hood's really cool though. You got like the triangle, sort of Assassin's Creed style hood right there, which is really cool. The hood is glued on, you can't remove it. And you've got the little tail part of it right there. And the sculpting of it is really nice. It really does look like fabric. The cape's pretty cool. You got kind of the part that goes around his neck, which is cool. And the cape, and the cape itself is quite nice. It's sculpted very well. It's kind of flowing all around. It kind of looks like it's waving in the wind a little bit, which is really cool. And I like that a lot. It looks really, really good. It does peg into the back, though. The peg comes out really easily. But honestly, the peg wasn't even really necessary because of the way this just holds it around his neck, and they could have just left it at that. But if you're displaying it and you want it to stay in place, you can port that in like that, and it'll stay. So yeah, there's that. Look on the torso here, his white on his armor pieces like this pearl sort of white, which is really cool. You got the moon logo right there. One issue I do have is that the paint control kind of sucks. There is some scuffing on the white paint, and it's really noticeable because of it's white. It's not a huge issue. You can kind of just pass it off as like battle damage from fighting in the streets and whatnot, but it is something to take note. One interesting thing is the way this chest piece is attached. You see it wiggling. It's a separate piece from the torso, and you can see the tab there, and it makes it seem like you can remove the chest piece. I haven't been able to do it because I don't want to force it and break the figure, but it looks like you might actually be able to remove the chest piece. And you got the shoulder plates here. They look really good, and they actually don't hinder articulation, which is awesome. When you move up the arm, the shoulder plate actually goes inside of the joint, which is cool. You've got the arm guards look really good, and then you got the hands that look nice, and the belt piece looks cool. The rest of the figure is pretty much just sort of a standard male body, glossy black suit. not too much to talk about in that regard. Proportions are good though for the most part. You got the white sort of boots, shin area, and the boots. It's got treads, 2 peg holes upon the feet. And yeah, it looks pretty good overall. He kind of looks like he has big feet, I will say that. In terms of scaling and proportions, that kind of looks like his feet look a little big. Aside from that, it looks really good. I like how he looks a lot. In terms of articulation, he's pretty good. He's a ball joint in the head with the hinge of the neck. The cape and the hood are going to hinder some of that articulation, but it's not too bad. You can even get some pivot, which is nice. Ball hinge at the shoulders, and like I said, with the shoulder plates, don't hinder any movement, which is good. A swivel at the bicep. Double hinges at the elbows, which don't move in as much as I'd like them to, but it's still good. They're quite tight too. And hinges at the wrist that go up and down like this, not the usual in and out like that, which is interesting. He has an ab crunch, which works well. Swivel at the waist, ball hinge at the hips, swivel at the thighs, double hinge at the knees, and hinges at the ankles with rockers. So he has pretty good articulation. You get some pretty good poses, which is essential for this figure. He's doing a lot of sort of more dynamic posing, so it's important for this guy to be able to get in all those poses. And then moving on to accessories, he comes with quite a few accessories. First off, he comes with a pair of interchangeable hands, so you get the hands he has on him, obviously. And then you get these pair of punching hands or balled fist hands, but what's interesting is they come with 3 little ports right there, and that is actually for his next accessory I'm going to talk about, which is the little throwing, I guess, moons. Throwing moons. I don't know if they have a actual name or not. They're like the throwing, basically like batarangs, but they're moons. That's pretty cool, and this doesn't want to focus at all. There we go. And they just poured into the slots on the fisted hands, and they look really good. It can be a little tricky to get them in there, and then they're in there enough that you can move it like that, and they're not going to fall out, but if you're like bumping them or whatever, they're going to come out. That's pretty cool. He also comes with a larger one, which I'm assuming kind of works like a boomerang or something, so that's really cool. He can hold that in either of his open hands. Works fine. And then lastly, he comes with his staff thing here, or basically it's the Daredevil Billy clubs. They split apart like that. They're just in white. They're exactly the same as the Billy clubs that have been released with previous comic versions of Daredevil. They're made of a really pliable material, which I kind of don't like. I wish they'd be a bit more sturdier, but that's okay. And as you can see, there's a peg on one. You can have it in a larger staff or just the 2 clubs. And that's pretty cool. So overall, I really like this figure a lot. I think that he looks really good, the articulation's good, and I like that he comes with a lot of accessories, which give you different options for displaying, which I really like a lot. If you're a fan of the character, or just like a Marvel Legends collector in general, I definitely recommend picking this guy up. I haven't gotten the rest of the wave, but I definitely say he's probably one of the highlights of the Homecoming wave, and definitely the best comic figure from the Homecoming wave. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know anything in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.